Hey guys. Alright, so I am sitting at the Walmart down around Rivergate. When I was ready to leave the house, I failed to mention this in the last video. So when I was ready to leave the house, or I was about ready, I was talking to Mary, and I got a call from a guy. And this is actually, I think this is a bad thing to do, but I did it. I gave somebody my number, my real cell number, a passenger of mine. I don't know if you other Lyft drivers and Uber drivers ever do that. I don't think we're supposed to do that, because they've got it set up in the app where you don't have to. Or I don't know if they really have a policy about it or not. But anyway, I did, and I said, if you have trouble getting a ride out here and you need it, just holler at me, and if I'm available, I'll come. And so anyway, he calls me, and he lives about 8 miles away from me. So I left my apartment going to pick him up. Picked him up, and it was about a 13-mile ride down here to Rivergate Walmart. But now he's got me waiting, which is okay, as long as they understand. You know, I think people need to understand that when we're waiting, we only make like less than 10 cents a minute. Which, and you might think, well, 10 cents a minute, man, that's not bad. Yeah, it is kind of bad. You know, I mean, because we're trying to make as much per hour as we can. And, you know, 10 cents a minute, if you think about it, you know, that's not very good per hour, is it? So I think I got it across to him that I expect a good tip for waiting. And I did it in a nice way. I didn't just come out and say, hey man, I'm looking for a big tip here, you know. So, but he did say something about that. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. I appreciate it, you know. And because I just told him, I said, you know, I don't make much money if I ain't moving, so let's, you know, just make it as quick as you can. So he's like, yeah, man, give me 10 minutes, I'll be back out. So I will do that for people. And, you know, sometimes I'll actually just take another ride. But he's got a special situation, this guy. He's getting his rides through his mom's account, helping him out to get the rides. He doesn't even have the app on his phone. She puts in his address, where he's at, where he's wanting to go, from her app, and searches for a ride and books the ride. And so it comes booked in her name. So I'm on her ride right now as we speak. I'm still on her ride, and I'm waiting. So so the person who owns the account is in a whole nother state, and I'm toting her son around, you know, here in Nashville. And I'm not sure exactly where we're going next, but I think he wanted to go somewhere else next, you know. And I think he's going, maybe, I don't know, to meet somebody, meet a friend or something. But here's another thing. This is a good tip kind of thing. And this is all this same ride. I'm not going to tell you the guy's name or anything, or give you any kind of, you know, identifying information. This is just a rider that I'm dealing with right now. When he started to get in the car, I picked him up. Of course, he's way out in the country where he lives. So I pick him up out there at his place, and he opens up the door, and it's like gasoline smell. Awful. Really, really strong. He's like, man, do you mind? I'm going to take his shirt off. Do you mind this gasoline smell? And I'm like, oh, boy. I was like, you know what, man? I just remembered when this happened. I was like, I've got a T-shirt in my trunk. I got a big white T-shirt, just a large white T-shirt. I said, let me give you that and try to put that on, see if that helps, you know. Because I didn't want him to get in with that stench. I mean, really, really strong gasoline smell, you know. And so he's like, yeah, that's cool. And he takes the shirt off and throws it down in his driveway and puts so he's got my white T-shirt. I'm going to just let him have it. He can keep it, you know. And it's not a real expensive shirt. I think it's one I gave like $10 for a 3-pack or something like that. I keep them in the back just in case I spill something and need another shirt while I'm out, or they also make really good cloths to clean your windows with. T-shirts, just white cotton T-shirts. So if you got a little, I got a in my trunk, and I'll have to make a video and show you guys what I'll keep back there, because it's a mess, but it's handy though, and this stuff really works and helps. But yeah, T-shirts. Who would think about that? Keep some large white T-shirts. You never know when that might come in handy, and it might, because I think it basically has saved my car from smelling terribly like gas for the whole night. And he still had that smell on him, but again, see, I've got this little dealio right here beside me. So this is my friend, and in fact, I'm gonna spray a little bit of it right now. I spray this stuff when it's just me in the car sometimes. If it smells a little funky or stale, I just give that thing a couple pumps, and it smells a lot better. It already smells pretty good in here, So there's another tip. Hey man, I'm just full of tips for you tonight. And so anyway, this is still my first ride. I got to do at least 9. So this will be 1 down, 8 more to go. And I don't want to spend all night with this guy, even though I like him. He's funny, we've got a good conversation going, but I want to get moving on those next rides. So I'll holler back at you after I've dropped him off and maybe got another ride or 2 under our belt. We'll see you later.